Welcome back to another episode of the FGW podcast, where we amplify the students' voices. On this episode, we are excited to welcome Haasan Danbauchi, a medicine and surgery student at Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University. Haasan shares his inspiring story, discussing his aspirations, challenges, and triumphs as a medical student. Tune in for an insightful conversation. Good afternoon, Haasan.
Good afternoon, Faiza.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
So, welcome to the FGW podcast.
Well, thank you for having me, and I feel excited to be here actually.
All right, thank you for honoring our invitation. Can you tell us your major area of study and your institution for our audience to know?
Okay, I think I will start by properly introducing myself. My name is Haasan Danbauchi, and I'm a second year medical student of the prestigious Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University.
So, can you tell us what inspired you to start pursuing this career in medicine?
Okay, let me start by saying since I was a kid, right, I have always been this fascinated with the human body, how it works, curiosity now, everything about the human body. So I think that was what actually fueled my passion. Yeah, finally apply for the course, and then thankfully I'm here. It's just like a dream come true, because getting to study the whole human body is actually, I'm going to make a controversy take. I think medicine is one of the best courses on earth, because you are getting to study the human body and how it functions.
Okay, so you say medicine is one of the best course to study. So is it that if you were to advise someone who is studying another course, you advise them to leave what they are studying to study medicine? Are you implying that it is the best or one of the best?
I'm implying that it's the best. I think everyone should have a taste of medicine, of studying. Should have an experience of studying his own body, the human. It's just very. I find it very amazing. I find it very, very fascinating. So yeah.
Okay, so everyone has the right to know or have the knowledge about how their body works or functions.
Yes, that's just the whole point. And then someone like me is actually studying. Someone that is studying that for full time. Do you understand? And then practicing it after graduating. I think, yeah, I stand on my sake.
For your interest in studying medicine, what is your favorite part about studying this medicine or being a medical student? Yeah, so what is your favorite part about being a medical student?
Just like I said, the whole course, I prefer physiology, which is one of the courses we take here in the preclinical years. It's one of my favorite courses, because it's just about the functions and then functions of the human body. Yeah, study of the functions of the human body. So that's just the best part of studying medicine, getting to know everything about your own body and then applying it to someone, to cure someone or to help someone out or to promote good health and all. I think, yeah, that's my drive. That's what keeps driving me.
So if you weren't a medical student, what would you be doing? Just assume if you were not a medical student, what would you be doing?
My journey starting the medicine, it wasn't actually straightforward. I actually started in ABU, Ahmad Bello University area.
Really?
Yes. I applied for medicine there, but then I don't know, they changed my course to biochemistry.
Wow, so you started as a biochemistry
student? Yes, actually, because I thought biochemistry was the closest, I think, science courses related to medicine. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So I started biochemistry there and then diverted. And then luckily, I reapplied for JAMB again, and then I got admitted here, which was early 2023. Yeah.
So how would you compare your experience as a biochemistry student and as a medical student that you are now? Which one is better, and how was your experience during your days as a biochemistry student?
There's this thing about medicine that just makes it distinct, different from other disciplines. Medicine is it's so fun. It's something when you are in, you're all in. But then biochem, then I told you I applied for medicine, but then after getting the biochem, I still like had to, there's no that motivation, but then I still have to do it prior to before I got admitted here. So I think the motivation wasn't there, but now I think, yeah, it's different. It's just different.
Okay, so because medicine is what you have passion for initially, you are enjoying it more than the biochemistry that you were studying before.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a medical student, what has been your most challenging part of medical school or studying medicine?
I think this is a general, like, most medicine students are actually suffering from this, like, balancing of academics and social life, because medicine is actually a lot. Like, it requires all of your, it takes your time, it takes everything, you have to, like, have real passion for medicine before you can succeed, because it takes everything, and then you'll be the one that would have to be, like, someone like me now. I'm not more of a social person, right? So I think that part is a bit, but I still like.
And so you are a nurse?
No, you can't. I'm not in it.
Okay, but you said you are someone that doesn't have a social life.
No, I just said my social life is not, like, there's different, like, you have to interact, like, to even become a better doctor, you have to interact with people as well, and, like, learn people behaviors.
Yeah, you have to learn to socialize and relate to people.
Yeah. Except you want to specialize in surgery.
Okay.
That's the part that doesn't usually require much of the talking. But for me now, because one of my favorite things, like, I usually watch ball and I actually play ball a lot. So I used to find time. I used to use it as a reward of my, and that's maybe during the weekend. It's not like something I do every day. Most of the times I used to actually be reading.
So how do you balance your studying and your self-care and social life? How do you balance them? Because usually you see medical students, they will say, if you want to be a medical student, you will not have any social life. Like, you just have to focus on your book. They say medical course is not easy and all of that.
Most of the weekdays, normally, let me say from Monday to Friday, there are no much of free time for you as a student, because you come to lectures, let me say 8 or 9 a.m. and then you will not leave school maybe till around 5 to 6. And when you go back home, most of the times you'll be tired and you still have some things left to cover up. So mine, personally, most of the time I use for, like, my self-care, doing things I like apart from reading, it's actually the weekends. I watch football. Sometimes I play football, and then I watch movies too a lot. So that's during the weekend. But during normal weekdays, just everything is just. Okay,
I see. So you're not much of a social person either, right?
No, not much of it. But I'm not an introvert. I'm just in between. I'm in between.
Okay, yeah. An ambivert, right?
Well, I personally don't like the term, but yeah, an ambivert.
Okay. So, if you could have a dinner with any historical figure in medicine, who would it be?
For me, I think it's this neurosurgeon. He's quite popular, Ben Carson. I think everyone knows him.
Yeah, we all know him. Well, a good amount of people would know him.
Yeah, he's an American pediatrics neurosurgeon.
So he's your role model?
Yeah, because I want to specialize in neurosurgery. So I think he's my role model for now.
Okay. Why did you pick him as your role model, apart from him being a neurosurgeon? I mean, there are so many neurosurgeons that are all over the world and they're doing well, but why him?
Well, Ben Carson he has been an inspiration to many other people based on his work, I think, which everybody is familiar with, the book. And there was a movie for it too.
Yes. Okay, yes, that's true. And he also wrote a book, an autobiography, right?
Yeah, an autobiography, The Gifted Hands.
Yes.
So like that particular movie actually made me start liking him as a person, and then wanting to make myself close make myself like build myself and be able to like apply my own knowledge to help other people just like he did.
Okay, so as a medical student, what is the best or the most interesting experience you've had so far in your medical lab? Like normally during your practicals, is there any case that you say is the most interesting that you've treated so far?
Well, I would say I have encountered any keys or preclinical, yes. And here, most of the things we are doing here is just the theory part, the reading part. But still, I still have interesting diseases that always fascinate me. Example is the human immunodeficiency virus. Like at first, before becoming a medical student, you would think HIV is just a disease that kills someone. And then getting to find out the molecular basis behind HIV, that it's not even actually the HIV that kills you. It's some opportunists. We call them opportunists. They are all those small infections. So the actual HIV will just attack your immune system, which is, I think, CD4 cells. Yeah. It will just attack them. Diseases can manifest in your body. So learning about HIV alone, yeah.
Okay, so if you could raise awareness about HIV, what would be your points that you focused on about HIV and AIDS, or is it just HIV?
Okay. For now, like, I'm in my preclinical years. I've not gone through any of these cases like I haven't seen any of them, because most of the part we are doing is just the reading part, the knowing part, and it's just the physiology. It's not even the disease related. But one of my favorite encounter, I think, it's getting to know the molecular basis behind the HIV virus, getting to know how it affects us, and how that it's not even the HIV that actually kills you or affects you. It's just a virus that weakens your all those other opportunities, because we call them opportunities, which are small pathogens and infections. Then they are now able to manifest in your body because your defense system is incompetent. So getting to know HIV, getting to know the molecular basis behind it is actually one of the best experience I've felt so far. And there are other diseases too, such as the sickle cell anemia. There are a lot, but the HIV one was the one that actually interests me the more.
Okay, what are the common misconceptions about medicine and surgery?
Okay, the take I will have to mention here is the one that people always think medical students are actually proud of themselves. The whole pride stuff. Sometimes as a medical student, I'm sure personally, you don't even have your personal time, because people always think most of the times you not being available or calling them or checking up on them. Most people fail to realize that medical students are usually very occupied at all times. Like, you don't even have your own free time. So there's this scenario that even me personally, someone will just message you and then tell him you have forgotten about him. Bro, I even have my own time and you're complaining about my time. It doesn't make sense like that.
Okay, so you need to have your own time first.
Yes. And then if you have someone that is in medical school, don't expect him to be the one checking up, because those people forget themselves most of the time. So they usually they are so carried away, always busy trying to do this or that.
So with the current situation in Nigeria now, where we have shortage of medical doctors, where you see doctors flying abroad for greener pastures, as a medical student, when or eventually after you attain your certificate, would you stay back in your motherland or would you go abroad like others do?
This is a controversial question. Well, personally for me, after analyzing everything, the doctors that are flying out are not actually at all. It's the whole government, it's the whole system, because doctors earn high in every country. Doctors earn very good amount of weight in every part of the world. So, and currently, the current situation of the country, most of them are going out for the money, not even for the passion. Because staying here, I think, but for me personally, I want to stay and work here. I don't have any plans of going anywhere.
Wow. So you're going to stay here and work for your motherland or serve your motherland, your people?
Yes, to some extent.
Okay, to some extent.
Things can get rough, and you don't have those things. You don't have control over them. I cannot actually. But that for now, that's my plan, and I don't plan on going anywhere. And for the doctors that are leaving, I don't blame them because most of them are going. This particular issue, I think it's above it carries a very high magnitude to the stars.
All right. So, what advice would you give to someone that just started medical school?
Okay, that just started or aspiring. Currently, I think the advice I can give to anyone in my field, even my colleague, even my coursemate, is just to stay focused. Like, medicine needs attention, needs very big attention, and stay focused, stay motivated. That motivation, but it's actually what keeps you from clinical. Most people start and then find out that it's too complex for them, that they cannot do it. And some people drop out, some people fail, but you see that motivation, once you have it, and there's this thing about like always remembering why you started. When you have that motivation and then keep remembering, keep it on your head that, okay, at all the time that you need to be serious. This is why you started, and you have to do it. So that's what actually keeps you going in medical school. That motivation. Find someone that will motivate you, and then by the grace of God, you will succeed. You move very far in medicine.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Haasan Danbauchi, for joining us for this podcast.
My pleasure.
That was an interesting conversation with Haasan Bala Danbauchi, and thank you for tuning into this episode of the FGW podcast. We hope you enjoyed Haasan's inspiring story, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more empowering conversations with students. Until next time, stay motivated and keep shining.